All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to the WTCF podcast. It's Charlie here hanging out and wanted to go through this week's intention. And maybe this is something that helps you. Difficult is not bad. Difficult is just difficult. So it gives us an opportunity to kind of reconsider how we perceive and react to the challenges that we get through life. I think there's a lot of like difficult things that need to happen as we go through our existence, and there should be some easy stuff that we go through during our existence. But I think we tend to lean into the stuff that's easier than the stuff that's more difficult. If we continue to work on the difficult things in our lives, then all that's really left is the easy stuff. So I think it's really important to recognize that there's could be a positive by going through some hardships or kind of feeling overwhelmed as a way to kind of help ourselves grow a little bit more. So it's not inherently negative; it's just part of our journey, and like we can use that to foster some additional like resilience in how we go about our day. When we encounter tricky situations, we have a choice. Like we can choose to view the challenges as insurmountable obstacles that hinder our progress, or we can see them as opportunities for growth and self improvement. It is through navigating these and overcoming difficult experiences that we can build, develop new skills, and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. So, if you think back to like a tough challenge that you were going through, a project at work, something that was really hard to do, like physically, um, recall that sense of pride you had when you completed that task. So, whether it be riding a bike or learning to swim or finding the thing that you're really passionate about, we can find a tremendous sense of pride. So let's just say you went and tried something and you failed and it was really, really hard. A lot of people will look at it as like, oh, well, I couldn't do it, so I give up. But it takes special people to go ahead and move forward and say, you know what, I'm going to try that again. Like I know that it was difficult. Um, so the story I tell all the time on something that was really, really hard was my first interactions with yoga. So when I first started taking like hot yoga classes, one of the very first things that happened is I left that room twice and basically thought I couldn't do it and was just kind of determined. It's like I thought it was too hard. And I looked at that and said, well, I don't think I'm done. I'm going to continue to try this. I'm going to continue to work on it. I feel it's a story I bring up all the time. Is like one of those defining like core memories of myself of just like, you know what, I'm going to learn how to do this better because it was something that was really, really tough. So these things that can force us to stretch our limits, think creatively and adapt to new circumstances. They can teach us patience, perseverance, and humility. In facing and overcoming difficulties, we can learn to trust our abilities and believe in our own potential. So a lot of times people will need like that outside voice of like reassurance that they can go forward. But if you handle and develop through difficult things and work on difficult things, you can build that sense within yourself. So as we navigate through life, embrace these difficult moments with an open heart and a determined spirit. Let us approach challenges with the mindset that there are opportunities for growth and not setbacks. These aren't setbacks inherently. And especially if you start to recognize that the same kind of issue, the same difficulty continues to rise up and you continue to avoid it, there is a reason for that. It's probably life telling you that you need to get tested on these things or to challenge yourself to do these things a little bit better. So difficult isn't bad. Difficult is just difficult. And that note, good luck.